This is our Hajj broadcast.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك الله.
And there we have it. That was a video coming out from Mina. As we know, today is the Eid in Mina. And there's the people pelting, and then they're going to go, of course, for their Tawaaful Widaa after that. And I am so privileged and honored this afternoon to welcome Sister Maryam Nakhooda all the way from Medina. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very warm welcome to you, Sister Maryam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shukran jazilan. Shukran jazilan so much. You don't understand how excited I am to want to chat to you all the way from the wonderful city of our beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It means so much. Ameen, ameen. And with your du'as, I'm sure. Talk to us. I mean, it's such an exciting time for you today with it being Eid in Mina. And we just played the video of the people pelting out there before they actually go out for the Tawaaful Widaa. So talk to us about your day in Medina, what it was like today, and what you did on this particular day of Eid out there in Medina.
See, we all went for Eid Salah. And then after Eid Salah, we all went to have our Qurbani done. So I sent you the pictures. You saw the Qurbani we done today.
Gee.
Yeah, so that's how our day went, doing the Qurbani and feeding and, distributing the meat to the poor. And, everybody's having the shares. And we too ate some meat and we had some liver also. So after everything is over, everybody went to the houses. Now everybody's going to have a nap, little small nap. And then in the evening, we'll meet again. All will come, inshallah.
It's such a beautiful day out there in Medina. I mean, and as we know, it's such a peaceful place. Paint us the picture what it's like with the Haram and what it's like today, how it's been for you on Eid, going to the Haram on Eid day.
Well, it's something we can't even explain, It's something so beautiful. So this is only whoever comes and goes there, and they will know how's the feeling. So good. It's a wonderful feeling.
Tell us about how it's like for people in Medina. I know you went out to the Haram Sharif and you went to go and read your namazes and things like that. How was the atmosphere? Because it's so different this year. Of course, as we know, not the same amount of people this year due to the COVID-19 period happening.
Yes.
Explain us what it's like. How is the atmosphere like out there in Medina
you see,
today?
Actually, who didn't take the what you call the injections, they can't enter the haram.
Right.
So most people still didn't take it, and so they weren't able to enter the haram. But who took it, they go to the haram.
So what was the atmosphere like, Sister Maryam? Was it busy? Not the same like before? Of course, we know normally during the Hajj period, it's so busy. There's not much space in the Haram when it comes to the Hajj period. What was it like today?
Well, it was not so busy like, how it used to be and how it should be. But inshallah, everything one day will be over and everybody will come. Everything will be to normal. Everybody will be coming again. So it will be again the same. But at the moment, it was like, hardly there's people,
Yeah. And did you speak to your family? Because I know you have family in Mina at the moment. Did they explain to you what it was like out there in Mina today for them?
No, actually this year, none of us went for Hajj. So that's why I had nothing to say you, but none of them went today. None of the families went today because there's so many rules and regulation and restrictions, and we have to have all that done before they give us again permission to make Hajj and Umrah.
Gee, and what was it like with you today? Did your family members message you and send you videos? Because I know, I mean, of course, with social distancing, what is it like
Yeah,
in Medina at the moment? Are they allowing
yeah.
many of you to be together, or have you just been small families getting together to be able to celebrate the day?
Yeah, it's like we small families getting together. Now in the morning, we were with the other families. So in the evening, we will be with other families like my father and my brothers and sisters. In the morning, I was with my children. So, we have to, see how many people can get together. They tell us nearly 50 or 60, not more.
Oh, okay. So then they are just restricting you in that sense. Will you be going to the haram for the rest of the namazes? Will they allow you to be doing that today?
You see, yes, they will allow us to go, but at the moment, like, as I say, it was Eid and it was really, we had a really tough day and all the sheets cutting and the meat and all that. So today, might we don't go.
Oh, okay. So you might not go to the haram and experience that today. But
Yes.
what is the atmosphere like in Medina? Is it quiet, peaceful? No, not
It,
much people moving around.
see, in the morning wasn't quiet, but now because of the heat and it's so hot, so everybody's in their houses. So now this time it's really quiet.
Okay, it's really, really quiet.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to know someone from South Africa is out there to give us a different perspective of Medina. What's it been like being there for so many years?
Well, it's something we can't explain. But we have once a year we come to South Africa. But when we come, we only stay 2 3 weeks. We can't stay more.
I'm
Yeah.
laughing because when we go to experience, I mean, I've been for Hajj and for Umrah, and I
Yes.
understand what you like. They say only if you experience it yourself do you understand the
Yes.
meaning and the love and the compassion that is there. And
Yes.
I'm sure that I so relate to what you're saying when you say that when you come to South Africa you want to go back. It's because
Yes.
the should we say that the type of feeling that you get when you're there in Medina, because you're so near to our beloved Nabi Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi
Yeah.
wasallam,
You see,
there isn't better fulfillment than that.
you're right. There's no such feeling in the whole world. I traveled all over the world, but more than 2 weeks, I don't stay anywhere. I've got a sister and brother in London. I visit them once a year. More than 10 days, I will never stay. The feeling what is here in Medina, you can never have it or anywhere in the world. So beautiful, yani, so cool and so wonderful. There's no explanation for it.
Right. What would you like our viewers to know about Medina and the Eids that we spend there?
Well, oh,
I think
what
it's
will
authentic. It's different because
yes,
the type of atmosphere and of course, should we say spirituality that you get out of
yes,
that days and those 10 days of Zulhijjah are so amazing because, we were talking of COVID-19 and we're talking about retrospecting and reconnecting with the Almighty and looking at our lives and changing it for the better. There's nothing like being in Medina because you're right there with the most beloved Nabi, giving you
yeah, you're
insight
right.
and,
You
and, and
you're
increasing your
right
faith
there.
in many directions. But I think
Yes,
it's also allowing you to reconnect in a different level.
yes, yeah. No, this is something, yani. You're really right. Nowhere in the world we can go anywhere in the world. There's no place like Medina. It's a
So
wonderful place.
let's paint a picture post COVID. What was your Eid like last year? What sort of Eid did you have? Because I want our viewers and our listeners to understand the differences between last year and this year.
See, last year, like we could not get together most of the family, and we were just we had about just 10 or 20 people. We couldn't go out. There was no going out. There was no al haram, so it was very sad, but
Mm,
we coped.
mm.
Sometimes the time what they said we could go out, so we should go and go around the haram, just from outside. and just
And
gives
and and let's talk about your experience when you could do Hajj. What was it like living there and then going out there and having to do your Hajj? I think it's such a privilege because you're like right there and it's so easy for you to go out. I mean, of course,
Yeah,
COVID-19
actually,
before that.
yes, actually, I made at least about 16 Hajj. So every
MashaAllah.
year we just get ready and we go with the group. So it was like, we felt, with the children and all, it was like a picnic. But then we said, no, this is a spiritual picnic. We all get together and we read our Quran and our zikr. And then we get together, we eat together. So it's like, it's something you can't even explain, when you're all together and you're making ibadah and all the children are reading Quran and Salah and so it's something can't even explain.
Yes, and I love the way that you explain Hajj. It's a spiritual picnic.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I love that idea because and it's also I think reconnecting with people and networking with people because like now that you're staying in Medina, I'm sure it's
Yes.
so nice for you to meet people from other countries and getting to know them and networking with them
See,
and
today,
helping each other.
like today, we had people for breakfast from South Africa, Pretoria, and then we had another American couple here with his wife. She also a new Muslim. So we all came. I invited them all, so we all had breakfast together.
And,
And
and and
then,
what was your breakfast like, Maryam? What did you make for
okay,
breakfast?
our breakfast was Sunnah breakfast. It's only, we don't eat anything. We wait till the kurbani gets done. And then when they cook it, then we just eat, like opening our fast with the meat. So
Right.
nothing else. After, we don't have no savories, no sweets, no nothing. We'll just have our meat and then so later, like now in the evening, we'll have tea and cake or so, but not in the morning.
Right. So it's so nice to see that being in Medina, your breakfast is also a sunnah one, and you're following all those things. It makes it so exciting because we also
Yes.
in South Africa last year, Miriam and myself got together to do a sunnah type of eat table, and it was so exciting to be able to get that type of vibe because as you know, here in South Africa we make chickens and all those things, but on yours we learned to now just go the sunnah way, and it was so lovely. It was such a different way of doing things and so much healthier and beneficial for us.
You're right. Like, anything sunnah it's healthy for us. Because what our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whatever he
Sallallahu alaihi
done
wasallam.
it for his ummah. Like he wants we must be healthy, no sickness, no, So he taught us everything the sunnah way, and if we all do everything the sunnah way, inshallah, we'll get no sicknesses, no problems in our health, and our life will be so easy and everything will be so nice. But people go looking for the hard way and they want everything of all this. They want pies and samosas and all that. And all the fried things makes you really sick. And so
That's so
sunnah
true.
way is really it's really good, for our health
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Sister Miriam, stay with us. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll be back with you in a minute.
Okay.
Around facilitating emergency food and medical assistance to the affected families. Donate 15,000 rand or any amount and help the people of Palestine. Call AMA now on 083-251-9376 or donate online at Africa Muslims Agency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency, inspiring the spirit of giving.
Willowton Group, manufacturers of Sunfoil, Sunshine D, and Delight, supports the Stay Home Save South Africa campaign and calls for all South Africans to heed the call to help stop the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Practice social distancing, wash your hands regularly with soap, Avoid touching your face and cough and sneeze into your elbow or into a tissue and throw it away immediately. Together we can beat this. Together we have hope. Visit sacoronavirus.co.za for more information.
We believe in Allah. We believe that all life is sacred. Everyone has the right to dignity. We believe in going the extra mile to help people in areas others don't go. And we believe in the words of Allah. That with difficulty comes ease, Islamic relief. We are one.
Salam Media, your official humanitarian Hajj broadcaster.
Welcome back to the show, and it's definitely an inspirational one this afternoon. Having to speak to so many people about these beautiful 10 days of Hajj, and of course the different processes of Qurbani, and talking to Sister Nazia Salaji earlier also about being in the real vibe, getting into the vibe of Eid, changing our perspectives, retrospecting and reconnecting. And that's what we're doing today. We're connecting with Sister Maryam Nakhooda from Medina. Welcome back, Sister Maryam. And we would, before we left, we were talking about the Eid vibe. And it's so nice and interesting to be able to connect with someone out there in Medina, right there, giving us an idea of what it's like. I think, it's something that gets us going on another level, because if you've been for Hajj or for Umrah, then you'd understand the type of atmosphere that is created and what Eid is like on that side. Sister Maryam, thank you for joining us again. Let's talk about the Tawaaful Widaa, and when people go to Makkah. I want our non-Muslim viewers to be able to understand what it's about and how important it is for us and what it really does for us, because you've been for so many Hajj. Let's explain the process of, today we know was the day of Mina. People went pelting. We just played that video earlier. Talk to us about the Tawaaful Widaa.
See, Tawaaful Widaa is the day when you finish your Hajj and everything, and you're leaving. Like, if I'm leaving, I'm living in your house, and then when I get ready to leave, I'll come and look for you and meet you and greet you and say that I'm leaving. That is how, and when you apart from where you were living, that's the time you feel, you feel all the goodness and all the sadness and all the nice feelings. That is how that, when we make when we're gonna leave and make Tawaaful Widaa, that same feeling comes after Tawaaful Widaa.
I think what happens
is sadness, if you can stay, you'll stay over also, but you've got so many other things to do, so you have to leave also.
No, I understand the mixed reaction. I understand your mixed reaction, because I went for Hajj and I went for Umrah. And, as you were saying, with Hajj, with the Tawaaful Widaa, when you're doing that, it's your time to leave the most beautiful spiritual place that you're in. You're right there in front of the Almighty. And you're connecting in such a very different way than you would in any other space, whether you're at home or anywhere else. And as you were saying, you're so elated and you're so happy and you're so full of spirituality. And I think the sadness comes in that that you have to leave it to go back home, and you're also praying to Allah to say, you want to keep it that way. I think that's the long-term part about it, is when you leave, then when you come home, to be able to keep that same form of iman, that same form of faith, and that same form of connection with the Almighty.
Yes, Yani, you feel so good, and you just, even when you go home, that feeling stays with you for a long, long time, But slowly, you come back to your own world, and you've got all your stuff to do, and that. But then, we always pray that Allah take us again there, and again we go through all that.
What was the Tawaaful Widaa like for you? Because I mean, you're living in Medina, so you're leaving Mecca to go back to Medina.
Well, whenever we're going to make the Tawaaful Widaa, our feeling is like, oh Allah, you bring us back again. And I know when we say that, Allah brings us back.
Yes, shukr, alhamdulillah. You've done 16 of them already.
Yeah.
So I think that's so
you know,
phenomenal.
yeah, it's up to our intentions. If your intention is strong and you know you determined to do something, you can. That's what I learned in life. Whatever you want to do and you can have it, but you have to have your intention strong.
That is so true. And what was your day like in Medina as far as that goes, your spirituality?
See, when I shifted from South Africa, my father brought me to Medina. I was only 11 years old, and from when we came to Medina, then my father took us first time for Umrah to Mecca, and I was only 12 years old. The way I was so small, but the way I loved Mecca, I told my father, why don't we stay in Mecca? Why Medina? I love Mecca. So my father told me, you pray and Allah will listen to you. And I prayed, Ya Allah, let me live here in Mecca. And then I lived in Mecca for 16 years.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. So it just goes to show that the iman and the faith that you had, and the tawakkul, and you said to Allah, you will get me there, and it's definitely happened. But it's so nice to see that you're also getting the spiritual side of being right there with our Nabi Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. What message would you like to leave our people in South Africa with today? It was such a pleasure chatting to you about Medina and the types of things that you've been doing on that side.
Alhamdulillah. Well, I just want to tell all our people, inshallah, Allah will bring you all. And one day everything will come to normal and you all will come to Medina, inshallah.
Ameen. And we know your Eid is not yet over, so we want to wish you a blessed one for the rest of the day with the family members that you are going to be connecting with. And of course, when you go to the Haram, do think of us because we are really missing it on this end of the world. And we also want to wish you a lovely time with your family, and do stay safe and have a very lovely, blessed Eid, and a peaceful one, should we say.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
And Jazakallah so much for taking the time out all the way from Medina to chat to us today. We really appreciate it.
Well, me too. It's a pleasure to help you.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And there we go. That was Sister Maryam Nakhooda giving us first-hand experience of her life, should we say, in Medina, and how it's changed her in so many directions, making her understand the importances of the spirituality, keeping the faith, and of course, a very peaceful time out there in Medina, very quiet, very different this year compared to prior to lockdown, should we say. But I think the spirituality and the sense of being is still there. You know, the atmosphere is still there in some way. For my viewers out there, I'd like to leave you with words of inspiration to say that irrespective of the challenges that we are facing and the times that we are going through right now, and I know it's been very grueling, we want you to take the time out tomorrow and have a very blessed Eid, a happy one, a peaceful one, a rested one of connection, one of spirituality, and one of, should we say, loads and loads of happiness and tranquility. And this is from myself and the Salam Media team. We want to thank you so much for joining us on this Eid special, and do take care, and we hope you do join us soon on one of our other shows. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.